Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. Today I want to talk about when you experience that your specific person is angry with you or that they're insecure or that they're quote unquote running away. I've seen a lot of comments around this. I have clients who email me different scenarios, different things that have happened. So that's going to be the subject of today's video. I do pray and intend that this helps a lot of you guys. And whatever is going to come out is going to come out. But that is basically the gist of what I want to talk about today. So before I get into this, if you do love me and you love my content, you want to support the channel, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want me to be your coach to help you manifest your SP back or to change the dynamic, email me a very short description to kim@coreunion.com and then go to the website, coreunion.com, book whatever you want to book. And then my scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you as soon as possible. When your specific person is angry with you, you want to mirror that. If they're blaming you, you want to mirror that. If they're running away, you want to mirror that. So I'm going to use the word heal. I know that everybody in the law of assumption community, not everybody, but a lot of people in the law of assumption community, I don't have to heal. I am not coming from that 3D psychology way of thinking when I say heal. I'm using heal as when you have inactivated, uninstalled the program of fear that's within you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So we're not talking about having to do like a life of shadow work and inner child work, though I do believe part of the mirroring is that you go into a little bit of loving that little part of you and letting that little part of you experience being apologized to from the people who caused the trauma when they were growing up, if that feels safe to do it. Take the example of your specific person blaming you for everything. So now they said something that was very painful. They're blaming you for everything. You want to step back from it. I know that that really hurts. And you want to just ask yourself, where or how am I blaming myself for this? You don't have to question whether that's true or not. It's obvious. If your person is running away from you, there's something that you're running away from within yourself. If your person is scared of you, there's something that you're scared of within yourself or around them or around the relationship. Ask yourself as if you looked in an actual mirror and you asked yourself, how am I blaming myself? And this is a fairly simple one to me. Okay, obviously, I'm blaming myself because I don't believe I'm doing this right. I'm blaming myself because this hasn't changed yet and I must be doing something wrong. And I somehow caused all of this pain and havoc and chaos in my life. Okay, that's a perfect example. I'm not saying that that's what came up for you. It may have. So then you just give yourself the love that you need. You tell yourself, you forgive yourself, you comfort yourself how you would like to be comforted. You open up to God, universe, source, the infinite intelligence, your creator that created you to create on behalf of it. And you just thank you for healing these parts of me. You let yourself feel the pain and you love yourself through it. And then this is the part that I think is very helpful. You go back to when you were whatever age, when there was kind of an impressionable experience, and you revise it where you allow yourself to say what you have to say and allow that little part of you to be apologized to and held by whomever hurt you. The point I wanted to make is your specific person is running from you. So you are running from yourself. You are not trusting yourself to make decisions. You're not trusting yourself in being the operant power of your reality. You're not trusting the connection. You're not trusting that love is safe. Something like that. Again, detach it from your person, go within. I'm running from myself. I can't face something within myself. Maybe I did something that I hurt somebody in the past, so I'm blaming and shaming myself. Or maybe I got hurt and I can't get past it. And so the idea of being loved, while I want it, it actually is super freaking scary, right? So you go within, you do some of that stuff, you release it and let it go. Then if in the 3D, if say you guys get in an argument and your person says or does the same thing that triggered you before, when it's not active within you, you're just going to be like, okay. You're not going to be fazed by it because it won't be active anymore. Does this make sense? So, or your person may not ever say or do it again. Okay, so in other words, you feel safe, you feel secure, you're not blaming or shaming yourself anymore. They feel safe, they feel secure, they're not blaming and shaming themselves or blaming and shaming you anymore. Okay? So I suggest that you do that when the upheaval of pain or whatever comes up to the surface. Now, let's say that this something happened months ago with your person. Doesn't matter how much time. You can go back to that time because time is a construct of the human conditioning. Time really isn't real. Time is an illusion. And yes, everything in the 3D is also an illusion, but that doesn't mean that whatever happened didn't actually solidify. What happened is the solidified manifestation experience of whatever you were dominantly aware of or thinking. Okay, so now you've done the inner work. Now you have detached it from your person. Now you're seeing you and your person as feeling completely trusting and safe with each other, loving each other deeply, loving life together, having all these wonderful experiences together. And now you get a little bit of a taste of, like, let's say you're on social media, you're on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you get some sort of evidence where you see something that has to do with your person. This is a 3D trap that I highly suggest you don't fall for. Use your imagination. You guys are in a relationship. Your relationship is not all about Facebook and Instagram. So if you want, you can imagine that you guys are connected and that they're bragging about you, that they love you, that they can't stop sharing the two of you guys together. But don't fall for the 3D trap and start to now try to monitor things in the 3D and secretly kind of stalk your specific person. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to talk about today is don't anticipate. How can I put this? A lot of people will ask me, and this is totally a valid question to ask. What do I do? How do I act in the 3D? You're almost anticipating needing to know how to act in the 3D because you are thinking you're going to have to deal with the old story again. Again, another common trap. If you guys were happy together, you don't worry about things like that. So don't anticipate that the old story is going to come up again. But if you're still fearful of the old story coming up again, then that means you haven't released it and let it go yet. So this means that you, again, detach it from your person. Go back in time to the moment that whatever happened with you and your person. And if you can't revise it, like in other words, if you can't, I get it. There are certain things I'll never be able to revise that happened with me and my mirror soul, Hannah. But you can go back in time. Imagine that, okay, like let's pretend that a year ago, something really happened, like you and your person had a blow up. You've done the inner work and hopefully you've focused on all of this stuff within yourself. You can go back in time to that moment as if it just happened, but imagine it now as if, because now you're in your power and now you know that that was simply just a reflection of something that was a fear within you. So now you can imagine that it happened just the way it did. And then you can just imagine that actually, because that thing happened, they came back to you and they said, I am so sorry. I should have never said that to you. I love you. I didn't mean it. Can you please forgive me? Right? So that's what you can do too. In other words, collapse time, go back to the moment. If you can't revise it, totally fine. You don't have to, but you can use it that it was a contributing factor to the two of you guys actually learning to love each other and trust each other even more deeply, because that's in essence what's happening anyway behind the scenes. When you're actually focused on doing your inner work and you're not effing around with the 3D and constantly worried and fearful and distrusting everything, as you're doing the inner work within you and you're feeling safe and secure, everything that needs to happen within them is happening too. And it's in the exact same moment. Okay? All right. So please do affirm down below that this message has been received with prayer hands and a heart. I love you so much. If you need me, just reach out and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.